So we're starting the get a shop at my house deal. So we're gonna be tearing down this old barn. We already started on it. Been burning up some of the old wood. Also trying to save some of the good old barn wood. Trying to save as much as we can. Kind of cleared out the inside of it. It was full of scrap metal and junk. Loaded up some of the scrap. Already pulled some of the wood off of this side. This thing was just really rotten, trying to fall over on its own anyways. So time to tear it down. I'm gonna end up putting a shop up here. Got old wood stove out of that old house we tore down. For those of you that remember that, all the random junk that was in here, scrap metal stuff, gonna be getting hauled away. So I don't have any way to time lapse this currently with me, so we're gonna be getting some video on the phone. It was kind of an afterthought today, but yeah, get started. So since we're trying to get the wood off of this side that's in pretty good shape still, all along the bottom where that tin is, needs to get cut right across the top of that because all the stuff behind there is currently rotten anyways. So I could use a chainsaw, cut all that stuff off along the bottom, and then we can peel the rest of those boards off without damaging them too much, since the bottom's broken anyways and there's a snow drift there. I can't really get to the tin to pull it out. So that's what we're gonna do here. Hopefully not knock this thing over yet. Yeah, we decided to just rip the wall off all in one piece. Turns out, after I cut all that, wasn't really paying attention beforehand. They didn't put any like studs in this side. So they must have built the whole wall and then stood it up and nailed it together and then put a roof on it. Kind of weird. So yeah, not a whole lot holding this thing together. Figured originally we were gonna try to take the walls off of this side and then maybe kind of just push it over down the hill because all the wood on that other side is pretty much junk. So if we can get the two end walls and the side wall on this side off, we could probably just knock the whole thing over and then peel all the tin off while it's sitting on the ground instead of crawling up on this rickety old thing. So it's all coming apart. we got a whole bunch cut out of this thing, and it's getting kind of teetery, so we're gonna see if we can't push this thing over. Well, we managed to get it on the ground. Fell just how we wanted it to. Actually, almost even stayed on top of itself. Just went perfectly straight over down the hill. And roof solid enough we can walk around up there, pull all the tin. The majority of the nails in the tin are all along the ridge cap. So it'll be a lot easier to pull all those, and then we can just pull all this tin off, save the stuff that's decent, because it's the same tin that's on like my pump house and a couple other little buildings. So we'll hang on to that for extra stuff and continue to save any of the wood that we can to do other stuff in the house with or whatever. But coming along, worked out pretty good falling it over that way. Well, the majority of the barn's gone. Got a couple piles of wood that are gonna be repurposed elsewhere. Other than that, we got the floor to get rid of still, or some of it. And then other than that, just a big pile of random scrap metal that was piled in there. And this tin that's still usable. Well, that tin's usable, this tin not so much, but getting cleaned up. We're about done for the day though. We'll be back out here probably tomorrow. All right, so it's officially the next day and we are done tearing down that barn. As you can tell, there's still a little bit of junk smoldering there, just kind of leftover straw and stuff that fell through from the floor. Little pile burning down over there still. All this wood over here we're saving, as well as that pile of tin right over there. It was still good. These sheets are pretty much junk. All this stuff is scrap. There's a few random little pieces of tin sticking out of the ground. It's because the ground's still frozen, so can't get those out yet. But looking good. It'll be nice to be able to get a shop in here. Got to move all those bricks. That other shed behind that, it's my wood shed. Gonna have to move it because I want to run the driveway from where the wife's pickup's sitting over there. We're gonna run the driveway all the way through. Front of the shop will end up being probably about where the front of the mower is there, over this way. So standing here, be about the front of the shop probably, looking at the big roll-up doors. Gonna have a lot of fill. This hill is, I don't know, camera doesn't really ever show like how steep something is, but this is a fairly decent little hill. There's probably about, I'm probably gonna have to do about 4 foot of fill on the low side in order to level it all out to put a shop in. So we're gonna try to do a 36 by 50 right here. Working on getting that kit ordered, or at least get the frame ordered, and then we'll be able to get started on moving all this other stuff here soon to be able to get a shop put up. So this is gonna be, I don't know if this is gonna be part 1 or if this is gonna end up in another section, but this is what we got so far. Super excited about it. It's gonna be really nice to be able to just walk out my back door and come out, work on all the YouTube stuff out here. I'll be more motivated to do that instead of having to drive everywhere, especially having a baby now. It's a little bit different, so I'd like to be able to be home after work and everything and not have to do so much driving around to go work on stuff and be out late. I can come home, hang out with them, and then come out and work after that. So alrighty, well, I think that's where I'm gonna have to end it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. How'd we do? Good. Yeah, we ripped the whole wall off.